In the heart of the city, there's a lady so divine, with a gift so rare she can read between the lines, unlocking mysteries. She's the one we all admire. With a touch of magic, she sets our souls on fire. From psychic readings to rosemary oil so pure, her spirit shines bright. Of that I am sure. On TV she graces the screen with grace. Her presence is a blessing in every time and place. Pop culture psychic, in tune with the stars. She sees beyond the veil, even beyond Mars. And when the night falls, Tracy after dark, her wisdom illuminates like a powerful spark. So if you seek guidance, look no further than her door. Tracy Brown live where wisdom does soar. Through the realms of the unseen, she'll light your way. With every word she speaks, darkness turns to day. Tracy Brown live, the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong. From psychic readings to rosemary oil so pure, her spirit shines bright. Of that I am sure. On TV, she graces the screen with grace. Her presence is a blessing in every time and place. Pop culture psychic, in tune with the stars. She sees beyond the veil, even beyond Mars. And when the night falls, Tracy after dark, her wisdom illuminates like a powerful spark. So if you seek guidance, look no further than her door. Tracy Brown live where wisdom does soar. Through the realms of the unseen, she'll light your way. With every word she speaks, darkness turns to day. Tracy Brown live, the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong. Tracy Brown live, the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong.
Hi, everyone. I've got some fun stuff. Okay, so I am going to encourage bay leaf rituals for the 8/8 portal. So it's early enough, everyone, to go and get some bay leaf. I got permission, although I have to ask Frankie too, but I got permission because Nick, her girlfriend, was like, I'm surprised I didn't see you. You know, you didn't burn the sage. I was like, where was the sage? Like, bitch, I will burn me some sage. And she goes, on the windowsill. And I was like, I never looked there. So then I said to her, hey, so today's Lion's Gate portal, and it's a big deal in the universe. And many of us are celebrating with burning bay leaf. And can I burn bay leaf? And she was like, we could do, yeah, we'll do it. We'll wait for Frankie. We'll bring Ezra into it. And I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. So we're going to be doing that kind of stuff today. But I want you to do it too. I think this is like universally sound that we're all asking the universe to bring us all everything that we've ever wanted in our lives. And I think today's the day to like wish, like really wish. I don't know why I believe in it so much, but I just believe in wishing. I believe in dreaming. I believe in getting things magically to you. You know, when I got off the feed yesterday, there was a dime right on the floor by my feet. Hold on, guys. I got to get this call. Hi, Tone. Hi, Tiara. What's up?
Nothing. I was calling to see, have you heard anything
Sorry, guys. That was about Tony, of course. You know, if I put you on hold, it'll be about Tony. Grand Rising, Incognito Grand Rising. Hi, Colton. Hi, Purple Passion. How's everything doing? Everything is doing. Morning, Tracy. Morning. Hey, Tracy, happy birthday. Thank you, Noel. 63, 63, 63. Happy solar return, Purple Passion says. Thank you, Purple Passion. Oh, wasn't I gonna post something and then Frankie and her girlfriend came in? Do you remember that yesterday? Let me post that again, child. See if I can find it. Oh, I think it's this. Oh no. What? It would have been so pissed. Hold on. Remember I posted something? Image. Oh, here it is. 1203 screenshot. This was so pretty, Purple Passion. I love this so much. Lord, thank you for the gift of my friend's life. That's me. May you bless Tracy with abundance of joy, health, wealth, happiness, and reclaiming everything that is rightfully hers. That whatsoever she speaks, capital letters, it shall, capital letter, be. We show gratitude for her life and loved ones. Ashe, ashe, ashe. I love that so much. I think I'm gonna like make that into a poster and put it at my door. Did you know that if you take some affirmations and place it out in the open, like the written word vibrates, right? And so I like to put stuff like that you sent, Purple Passion, at my front door. Not that I have to read it, the words are already vibrating. And I like to put it at the door because that's the portal, right? When you open that door, you let things in. Or like sinners, you can let evil in if you welcome it consciously or unconsciously. But if you think of it in a positive way, when you use words of those type of affirmations and power, like that was very powerful, and you put it at your front door, and I'm going to like enlarge it like into an 8x10 and put a frame on it, or maybe not put a frame on it, like maybe some sticky glue. Doesn't really matter to me. But I'm not going to put it in paper. I'm going to put in that glossy thing and paste it to your door. You bring an amazing amount of energy to your door, right? Like your door is a magnet, right? So your door stops things, but it can stop the good too. And we don't want that. So that when I open the door, that's the last thing I have to see. I open my door and I'm already inviting the wind of change and energy. You like that? Mm-hmm. Do it. Copy it. Take that same affirmation and put your name. I share. You're welcome. And seriously, guys, I know I'm 63 years old and I've asked God, why am I here at 63, right? The world just changed over to this spiritual empowerment, and everybody's understanding from their African side how amazing we are. People are just like opening up to witchery and magic and herb magic. And there's still some people that have like trepidation on this kind of stuff, but too much has changed. So you can stay stuck you want to with the false colonizing God if you want to. I ain't the one. I ain't the one. I'm not going to heaven and be like, what? That's why all these ancestors are coming back down and they acting like a bitch. All these little babies that y'all birthing ancestor babies, and they act like little bitches. And they tell you about yourself. Let them form a few words. They are telling you about you. Why the fuck you doing that, Mom? It's like, wait, what? You curse? I've been cursing, child. You don't know who I am. Y'all better talk to Tracy. Go ahead and talk to me. I'm like, damn, you got another ancestor baby. And guess what I'm finding out? White folks are birthing their own ancestor babies. Those grandmas are like, you just gonna let the blacks go down? No, please send me down. And God is like, but you were drunk and you carried a gun. And you did kill a couple of people. You didn't get caught at it, but you did. And grandma's like, send me down. Send me down. I'm not gonna act all racist and shit. But it's not fair that you're just sending down black ancestor babies. I need to be a part of this. So grandma from Oklahoma is coming down too. So y'all generation that y'all are birthing is hilarious. It's hilarious. Because they so strong and they so powerful and they turning their heads outside the womb. Like the umbilical cord is still intact and they're like, Mom, and turning their head. I just met a little baby here that came out like less than a preemie. Less than. I don't know how long the baby stayed in the hospital. The grandma told me. He's 2 years old now and fully recovered. And when I saw him, I looked at him and I said, oh, another ancestor baby. And he was like, I was like, I recognize you. We talk telepathy. I'm like, I recognize you. Ain't nobody recover from a preemie the way you did and you not be an ancestor baby. Who are you talking to? I already know. I was talking to him like, here. I already know. I said, so out loud, I said, what you gonna be doing in your life? Who you fighting? Because your first few months was fighting. And you recovered? Who you fighting? Child. I got an ancestor baby I'm going to see today. I already know. And she's already going to know that I already know. We're already like telekinesis, like communicating. Ciao. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. And your birthday's tomorrow, right, Sissy? Happy birthday again, Miss Tracy. I honor. You could say it 10 times. I will honor. Gratitude for the overstanding. That's powerful. I don't know what that means. What did I overstand? Wait. I don't know. I'm highly intelligent or I'm not. Hi, Jenny G. Incognito. Thank you for the purple heart. Hi, One Deep. I thought you thought that I was never coming on. I saw you and I was like, damn, I'm so late. Airdrop received 6 photos. What are you talking about? Let me see. I don't know what that's about. Anywho. Anywho. I'm grateful. I'm honored. I'm 63 today. And I feel at peace, if that makes any sense. And being at peace, I want to say I also feel happy, except for some things that are going on with my sister. But I am happy because she don't have the same health problems. We do have to get her walking again, but that's easy. Tony's not walked before. You think this is my first rodeo with Tony not walking? We've done this before. Tony was in a fetal position 12 years ago. No, 12 years ago. I don't even remember anymore. But she was in a fetal position, and given the proper amount of time, she walked. And then another time, why was she in a wheelchair? It was all connected. The not walking from a fetal position to the wheelchair, but she could walk, but she would cradle the wheelchair. And then when she got to her group home, they accepted her, and she's like, she cannot bring the wheelchair. We accept her into our house, but she cannot bring the wheelchair. And I had a conversation with Tony, and I was like, look, girl, I don't know what you're doing. And I fought another caseworker tooth and nail because she tried to take the wheelchair from my sister. Who the fuck are you? Leave that wheelchair. If she needs the wheelchair, she gonna have the wheelchair. Like, what is it off your ass? Right? Oh, you don't even know. And then Tony used to say, wait till my sister get here. I was told that when I used to walk into one facility, they scrambled. And I couldn't understand why nobody was ever at the nurse station. I'm coming in all innocent to see my sister, and I get to the nurse station and no one was there. And I would sometimes just stand there because you have to sign in, and just stand there hoping to see somebody so they could explain to me how Tony was the night before. Nobody would come. Then I found out that Tony was threatening them. She was like, wait till my sister get here. Tony, like, we are not the mafia. What are you doing? And she was like, she would start laughing because she knew what she was doing. Oh my God. She had so many people scared of me, but she right, because I do. You try being special needs all your life and not have access to independence. No, I'm going to fight for her independence, period, on God. I would do anything for Tony. That's the one thing I will tell you. I would do anything for her. Yeah. I'm of gratitude. She's healthy. No, I will always wait for you. Take your time. Oh, thank you, Purple Passion Fire. So, yeah. Okay, so guys, today, again, this is 8-8 portal. I know it might be a lot on you. I have a book, but you can use your phone. Go into your notes and create a 369 Tesla method. Have we talked about this? So, date it. Always date it. Every time you go into your notes or your book, you date it. This is how I do it. You do it any way you want. God is not judging you. All right. Doing it my way is not God's way. It's my way. So I always ask for favor. So I always go, dear God and Jesus. As of lately, I've been adding Holy Spirit. Now, I grew up with the Holy Spirit because I'm Catholic. So we always include the Holy Spirit. But at some point throughout the last, 30 years of my life, I have not included the Holy Spirit. It's only as of recently did I understand the Holy Spirit as a whole deity, right? So what I've begun to realize is that the Catholic Church lied to you, right? If you can have Greek mythology, Roman mythology, Russian, Japanese, India, all these deities and mythology deities, and Black people are the only group of people that hasn't been able to invest in their deities, American Blacks, right? But the Catholic Church has you believing in the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit is a form of the invisible deity, right? Jesus was here. God is effervescent, but Jesus was human form and was here, right? And so they invest in the Holy Spirit, but I've learned not to trust the Catholic Church, and I'll tell you why. There used to be a time in the Catholic rhetoric that I didn't know if God was Lord or if Jesus was Lord. And then slave masters were also Lord. So I didn't understand, like, who was God, who was Lord? Is Lord, the ever, whatever, God, or is Jesus the human God, Lord, or God? Like, I was getting confused. So I stopped calling them a title in addition, right? So for me, it took a long time to get there. I must have been like in my 30s. I put God where God belongs in the beginning, the Alpha, the Omega. I put Jesus as the example of God sent down to us. But then I realized that if Mary had a virgin birth, notwithstanding anything coming from Joseph, then that becomes the Holy Spirit. And the Holy Spirit is that deity that can intervene, get into spaces that we can't get into, create the miracles. So as of lately, when I do my candle magic for everyone and I take pictures and I send it over, the candles are just $20. Please invest in the candles. People tell me that they're working. I put dear Jesus, no, I put dear God, comma, Jesus, comma, Holy Spirit. So I changed that recently. So at this time in August 2023. Oh, look at that. This goes back a couple of years. I love to keep some things to see what it goes back to. Interesting. What I was asking for back then. So the Tesla method is to write it 3 times in the morning, 6 times in the afternoon. And the afternoon into early evening is your discretion. I could care less. And then just before you go to bed, it should be the last thing that you do. So that means your feet should be up, your book is in your hand, and you're writing, right? 9 times. And then you go to bed. Not that you can't watch TV, but just make sure that's the last act that you do. I love the 369 method because seriously, that's how I got my car. I did ask God for a car and I said, doesn't have to be fancy. I'm not asking for a brand new car. And at the very last minute, I said, God, I don't want a little car. I need a car with a butt. Because if I need to go to Home Depot, I don't want to depend upon no one. I just want to be able to go to Home Depot, get a big item, and bring it in my car. And then once I get here, I can always get one of my neighbors to help me get it, out of my car. But there's just different things that I do in my affirmation. So I don't remember why I did this, but I wrote 18 times my birth date. There was something magical about doing it 18 times. I forget why. And this was in June. And I added, thank you for all the blessings. Like I always say, thank you first. Thank you for all the blessings in my life, big and small, known and unknown. We're alive every day because of unknown forces that is blocking anyone from crashing into us. As an example, I release all negativity today. I know why I did this. This had something to do with that guy, that narcissistic jackass. I release all negativity today and I welcome calm into my being, into my soul. I am ready to wake up as a mindset does that say mindset? Of and for abundance, peace. And what was very interesting here, clarity. And let me tell you something. You ask God for clarity, you going to get clarity. So don't act like a bitch when you're like, I need to know, I need to know. Y'all do that to me all the time. Tracy, I need to know, I need to know. Yeah, but if I tell you, you're going to act like a little bitch and cut your nigga up. Like that, don't do that. And that's why I have to read the cards. As of lately, because y'all crazy. Blessings. It's nice crazy, but spiritual. Like if I tell y'all somebody's cheating, y'all don't handle it. Sometimes I want to tell you so that you could make an exit plan. Not for you to get off the phone with me. And then some of y'all be telling your man, I already spoke to Tracy. I'm like, oh man, did you tell him, Tracy? I did. I told him. Oh my God. Lord, protect me. And I'm joking. My point to you is, I asked for clarity. God said, you're going to get it. And every time I got clarity, I was like, oh, this is so rough. This is so rough. But I asked for it. So if I ask for it, I have to know that God is trying to say to me, he is not the one. Get out now. And then on September 22nd, I think this was a full moon event of some type, but I didn't write it down. I lit candle. I lit orange. Remember we talked about orange? Noah, is Noah up here? Remember we talked about orange? All right, it's not here. Oh, there you go. So I lit an orange candle, and I lit candles for others, and I usually choose different colors for everyone, but on this particular one, I chose orange for everybody because it was about Venus, love, self-worth, money, Jupiter, flooding of abundance. It was a cosmic moon, clearing a path to actually receiving it all. Lock it in, aligned with this, they called it a portal. I am calling in speedy recovery for my sister Tony's. See? Oh my God, I be trying to tell you all. I didn't even know I wrote this. I'm not taking the blame for Tony recovering. That's her body, but I prayed for it and I wrote it down. I don't be right where my finger is pointing. Speedy recovery for my sister Tonya Brown. And that's the other thing. Clarity. You can't say speedy recovery for my sister. I got another sister. Not that I don't want speedy recovery from her, but I'm talking about this one, Tonya Brown. Don't let them rush her. And then I put, Tony, be calm. Be still. Tony, heal everything now. My intention is through God, and all things are possible. I didn't even know I did this job. Wow. I did not even know I did this for my sissy pool. See? And look, I didn't even know I did this. That stayed at 7/22. She was in a hospital from 7/17. She was out of the hospital by, I think, 7/27. 7/28, she was out the hospital. She was only in there 11 days. And by the time I did this, she still had her white blood count low, still had the infection, still was questioning kidney dialysis. They even called me, like, listen to this. I'm sorry, I'm rambling. It's my birthday. It's my birthday. We're gonna ramble on. It's my birthday. They called me and they said, and let me tell you, I have to go by spirit, not medical. They said, she's still on kidney dialysis, but we're not getting enough from the temporary portal that they put in. And they said, we'd like to put in a permacath. which is more permanent. And I said, why? And they said, we're not getting enough. And I always talk to spirit, and it's like, God, that doesn't make sense. And so I said, I'm not authorizing a permacath. No. I don't know why I said no. Why wouldn't I allow a permacath? That doesn't make sense, not even to me. But I said no. Right after that, she was cured of kidney failure. Sometimes they be lying to you too, though. Like permacath, there's probably more money on her insurance. I don't know. But I didn't want an entity inside her body that could then get infected, nor did I want an entity inside her body and then, and I know it sounds crazy, but all of it is like reality. And then for them to say later, oh, she's got a permacath, let's give her kidney diet. I don't know. I was just like, no. Let me heat this up. Thank you, Tiffany. Enjoy it with me. I'm trying to tell everyone what to do on the 8-8 portal. It's your birthday too, child. Make it your birthday and put a wish out there that's going to be like crazy to imagine. But you know what? Put a wish out there for some normal shit too. If y'all got aches and pains in your joint, put a wish out there that these pains would stop. Like that you could just stop feeling all this pain and that you could just enjoy your life without pain. It can happen. Let me heat this up. All right, guys. I'm going to go to the bathroom. Don't you dare be upset with me. I'm going to give you this prayer to look at. This is one of my favorite prayers. Say it 7 times. 7 times, everyone. This is the prayer that I put out for my wishing bracelet. I'm trying to help you all, so go with me. I'm going to run to the bathroom, say this prayer, and I'll be right back. Just going to go to the bathroom. Let's see, media. Hi, everyone. Oh my goodness, what's the comment up here? Michelle, happy birthday. Thank you. Jala, thank you for the birthday wishes. I love it, love it, love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I do have a couple of things that Purple Passion has sent over, and I'm so like of gratitude that you sent this over. But let me see if they all came down. One, two, fire signs. Oh, Purple Passion, you just showed fire signs. And, these people get crazy. Like, oh, what about water signs? And what about this? Listen, y'all talk to Purple Passion. She's taking care of me. Period. On God. No, just kidding. It's my birthday. I act any way I want on my birthday. This is the reason why I look so young. I am immature. I am emotionally immature. And y'all want me to age? How? How? Immature. All right. I want to show you guys something just so you can understand what the 8-8. God damn it. Why didn't it wait? What? Don't make me mad. Don't make me mad, system. Hold on. Image. There you go. So I'm very much invested in having a good day. Jela, thank you. So, Lionsgate activation. What is the Lionsgate portal bringing in by element? Um, Purple Passion, do you do readings? I'm just curious. Okay. The first, I don't know if I put this in the right order, but moving away from confusion and seeing those around you true colors, moving away from karmic connections. I don't want to be karmically connected to anybody. Like, if you ain't got your shit together, that's not the karmic connection that I want anymore. Going after a goal for some, it could be school, business, could be learning that is significant. Letting go of expectations and going with the flow of divine timing, right? Like when I wrote about my sister healing, I didn't expect, massive healing. I just said, heal that woman. It could have happened in 6 months, right? Creating, having a new idea in business or bringing in more money, self discovery, inner child healing. This is why I'm so goofy. A hobby from childhood, bringing in money, opportunities, embracing new beginnings, being open to changes. I so love this. This is my kind of energy, child. I love it. New financial opportunity or business venture. I'm seeking you, taking you. I'm seeking you, taking maybe your first steps on something huge. Here are some ideas for you all: pregnancy or creation. Remember, pregnancy is a creation or creation of something abundant. Many of you are very fertile right now, creating creativity and literally. Recognize for your resilience and perseverance. People look up to you. Big personal glow up energy, like you're finally standing in your pain with bravery and with confidence. Yeah, that's me actually. Stepping into a more nurturing. Haven't I been more nurturing? Oh, girl, I've been more nurturing, yet powerful. Nurturing and powerful go together. Working more with the community, and that's you all are my community. Confirmation signs: red dress, white roses, keychain with an animal hearing a baby cry. So, two things happened. A dime was, after I did the reading, a dime was on the floor. I don't keep change. There's no change. I don't keep change. All right. Let me see. Nope, no change. What you heard was the keys. I keep no change on me. So what the hell was that dime doing on the floor? Except that it was ancestor energy wishing me happy birthday. I would think if I would have put anything on it, I'd be like, I took a picture of it too. I was like, oh my God. And then yesterday, I was home by myself pretty much because Nick was in her room. So it was almost like she wasn't there. And I was going in and out. I was doing readings, going back, doing readings, going back. I do like this kind of environment because I feel like when I come to the clubhouse, I'm working, but I'm close to my apartment, so I can go back and like, I really like this type of atmosphere. And so at one point I got back and there was a feather on the floor. Now I know the feather came in with somebody's shoe, but that's not the point. The feather was there. Ciao. Oh, you enjoyed the prayer, the Jabez prayer? Very important. When I give you all the bracelets, I send you all the Jabez prayer. When you order, we talked about this. If you go to tracybrownlive.com and you get the oil, you're getting a free bracelet. So just go to tracybrown.com. You're getting a free wishing bracelet. And I don't know if I have the bracelets here. I think I do. Some of these are not here, but this is an example of what the bracelet looks like. Media. This is the wishing bracelets, but that's just an example. Some of them are no longer here, like the purple one with the butterfly, that's no longer there. And then, anyhow, I'll retake the pictures because now I don't know what isn't there. And then you're going to get a copy of this because the trick is to help you manifest better, help you learn to pray differently. So the bracelets, I have one right now. This is for my sister Tony. Let me remove this. This is for my sister Tony. The fuck? Did I take myself out? Okay, this is for my sister Tony. And the prayer is meant to say 7 times. So there's usually 3 on one side, 3 on the other side, and a center. So you just hold the bead and you say the prayer. Oh, that you would bless me indeed, enlarge my territory, that your hand would be with me, that you would keep me from evil, so that I may not cause pain. And then, oh, that you would bless me indeed and enlarge my territory, that your hand would be with me, and that you would keep me from evil so that I would not cause pain. Oh, that you would bless me indeed and enlarge my territory, that your hand would be with me, and that you would keep me from evil so that I may not cause pain. Then the center, oh, that you would bless me indeed and enlarge my territory, that your hand would be with me, that you would keep me from evil so that I may not cause pain. Oh, that you would bless me indeed and enlarge my territory, that your hand would be with me, that you would keep me from evil, so that I would not cause pain. Oh, that you would bless me indeed and enlarge my territory, that you would keep me from evil, that your hand would be with me, that you would keep me from evil, so that I may not cause pain. And the last one, oh, that you would bless me indeed and enlarge my territory. What? That you would enlarge my territory, that you would keep that your hand would be with me. Remember the hand of God. You want it to be with you always. And that you would keep me from evil so that I may not cause pain. The thing that's important is that your hand would be with me. You want God's hand over everything. So you're requesting that. But also that you would keep me, I think this one says, so that you would keep me from evil. There's little variations of it, that you would keep me from evil so that I may not cause pain. That's actually a twofold statement. It means that you would keep evil from me, but it also means, can you keep me from doing evil? Because revenge is evil, black magic is evil, getting your kickbacks on someone that you think hurt you, all that is evil, right? Because a lot of times you're not even sure if someone's trying to hurt you, and then it ends with so that I may not cause pain. That's my favorite part, so that I would not cause pain. Come. I know I gave it to her already. Maybe I didn't. Tracy Brown 515@yahoo.com. Anyhow, I hope I'm helping y'all. I hope I'm helping. I hope I'm helping to change your lives. Hi, Michelle Washington. Happy birthday, spiritual one. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Michelle. Enjoy your day. And I guess there's an emoji there. Hands, yellow heart, red. Oh, yellow hands, red heart. Amazing. Thank you. So even though everybody's wishing me happy birthday, it's a Lionsgate portal. So I want you to join my birthday with me. I want you to ask for that prayer. Look at my sister as an example. She's completely cured of everything she went in with. Use it as an example that you too, even you, can get your prayer. All right. Ghislane Maxwell. That took forever. 59 minutes on me and my birthday. It's my birthday. I'm 63. It's my birthday. Ghislane Maxwell. That bitch. Lord have mercy. What are we going to do with that bitch? What are we going to do? There is so much drama surrounding her. Let's take a look at some videos.
And here's what happened. Ghislane Maxwell is not having a good time in her new prison. Reports now saying that she had to be moved from the Florida prison because the inmates were calling her a snitch and threatening her life after she met with Donald Trump's personal lawyer. Right. Meanwhile, the inmates in Texas are saying this is supposed to be a low-security prison for nonviolent offenders. Trafficking minors is not a nonviolent offense. When they moved Ghislane Maxwell into the Texas prison, they had to put the entire place on lockdown and force them to draw their blinds in an attempt to hide Ghislane from their view. So the idea that she would make friends with Elizabeth Holmes or Jen Shah seems more unlikely than Donald Trump giving her a pardon. I don't know what it is with the Hegseth brothers, but they cannot keep their texts in their phones in their pants. Pete Hegseth's brother, who serves as one of his senior aides, now has had his text messages leaked. The messages include details about how they hope to use the military in the future for deportations. He acknowledges that the way they used the Marines in LA didn't quite go as well as they had hoped, but he thinks we should try again, this time establishing an official military mission called the Homeland Defense Mission, where they would be able to deploy active duty military members to help with ICE arrests and deportations. This new mission would mean that the Trump administration would reclassify all undocumented people as terrorists, enemies of the state. And undocumented people and immigrants are not the only people that Trump has called enemies of the state or terrorists. He has called gay people enemies of the state, and he has called all Democrats enemies of the state. So don't think that this will start and end with immigration. Right. If you think that's a wacky idea, wait till I tell you what the Department of Transportation is up to. No, it's not making sure the airplanes stay in the air. Sean Duffy wants to put a nuclear reactor on the moon. Meanwhile, another spaceman, Elon Musk, is still calling Donald Trump out for being in the Epstein files and also calling his big, beautiful bill an abomination for the fact that it adds $4.1 trillion to the debt. Well, he was doing that. But he's also spent $1 million on ads that will only run on Fox News talking about how great the big, beautiful bill is. The FDA has eliminated 52 food standards. Now, up front, it's mostly affecting canned fruits and vegetables. There used to be a rule saying if you said this is a fruit jam, then it had to be at least 55% fruit. That doesn't apply anymore. Some of these cuts on food safety standards will happen immediately, while others, like the food safety standards on dairy, will take months to roll out. Fiber maxing is the new TikTok trend where people are trying to maximize their fiber intake. This is a follow-up to people trying to maximize their protein intake, which probably caused them to need more fiber. Only 7% of U.S. adults get the amount of fiber that is needed, so before you go fiber maxing, please make sure you check with your doctor. Lastly, welcome to Rochester, where this graffiti has been up for over a week with no signs of it going anywhere.
Anywho. Hi, Foods. How are you? Banner. Tracy, put the damn banner on. I know. Allegedly, and in my psychic opinion. All right. Thank you, Foods. Purple Passion. Thank you.
Psychic who is on set to give us a reading right now. I would like, Paula, for you to give me a reading on President Trump.
Just the one card?
One card.
One card. Let's do just one card. We like that one.
What is that?
I mean, I do recognize that I'm at Fox TV. A sense of loss. A sense of loss. But it's very specific. No, let me move on.
And this goes out to those of you that don't think the Lord works through psychics, because that was the word of the Lord.
Boom. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. That was the word of the Lord. He right. I know the word of the Lord when the Lord speaks through psychics.
Post has stunning new details today on Ghislane Maxwell's new accommodations. They follow her cooperation with the Justice Department at the Bryan Federal Prison Camp, a minimum security facility in Texas that resembles a college campus much more than what you would think a prison looks like. From that piece, quote, "Someone gave special preference to Maxwell that, to my knowledge, no other inmate currently in the Federal Bureau of Prisons has received." That's according to Robert Hood, a former warden of the Florence Supermax prison in Colorado, home to some of the world's most notorious criminals, and on the opposite end of the security spectrum from Bryan. Quote, "It is a country club," Hood said, of the camp about 100 miles northwest of Houston. Inmates, if they have a sex offense, are not going to a place like that, period. It is truly unheard of, end quote. That alone, enough to make one's blood boil, just reading those quotes, but to actually hear one of Jeffrey Epstein's accusers address Maxwell's recent special treatment is something else entirely. So watch.
How does that make you feel?
Obviously not really good. Sorry. I'm extremely upset. I'm angry. I'm disgusted. To be denied your innocence, denied your justice, and then to have your healing taken away from you without any consent, it really feels like a part of me is dying inside. Ghislane Maxwell doesn't deserve any mercy. She doesn't deserve any grace. She deserves nothing. To be clear, Ghislane Maxwell is in prison for her counts of child exploitation and trafficking. Why would anybody give somebody like her, who is a monster and a liar, a time of day to explain anything? She doesn't know anything, and if she did, she would have already had the opportunity to speak. That opportunity has passed.
Right, y'all. Right. All right. This should be the last one, I think, in terms of videos, but thank you for letting me talk with you today. Maybe it's not the last one. I'm not sure. Let me see this one.
Freaky Ghislane Maxwell's deposition is for a second. This is a screenshot of a segment from her deposition, but check this out. They ask her, "Are you a citizen of the United States?" And she responds, "I am." "Are you also a citizen of England?" they ask, and she answers, "I am." But this is where it kind of gets strange. They then ask, "Are you a citizen of any other land?" And she responds, "Terramar." Now, Terramar, obviously, isn't a land or a country, and yet Ghislane Maxwell responds in such a way that indicates that it is. Now, maybe she was just joking or being kind of snarky, but given the hot water that she was currently in, I doubt she'd be joking around a lot. So what is Terramar exactly? We know that Terramar was a sustainable ocean development plan where multiple countries would sign up to help protect a portion of the ocean. That's at least what it is on paper. We know that Jeffrey Epstein provided funding for it, and the Clinton Foundation supported it by featuring it on their website. But we don't know really what it actually accomplished. It had no offices. It was basically just a shell company in a way. But despite its origins, purpose, and accomplishments being a bit of a mystery, some very powerful and influential people signed up to support Terramar. For instance, here's Richard Branson tweeting out in November 9th, 2012, "Want to help save the ocean? Join us and become Terramar Project citizens." And note that he uses the word citizens. Now, before you go saying that this was just bad luck on Branson's part, he had no idea what Ghislane was doing or anything like that, Jeffrey Epstein was already arrested years before that in 2007, so it's not by chance that he publicly decides to endorse the Terramar Project, which was created by Epstein's best friend and recruiter. And like I said previously, with Branson, it gets a little fishy because Richard Branson owns an island not far from Epstein's island, Little St. James, and he hosted the NXIVM sex cult on his island. This is documented public knowledge, as you can see from this headline here. Richard Branson with NXIVM. Billionaire says he knew nothing about Rainier, who was the founder of NXIVM. So I guess it's just really bad luck with Richard Branson, right? He endorses one sex trafficker's project, Terramar, and just accidentally hosts a sex cult party on his island. Right. Terramar also endorsed Migaloo. Migaloo is a company that constructs yachts that can transform into submarines. Look, all I'm saying is it's a little freaky. We have a sex trafficker that owns an island next to another guy that owns an island pretty close to his that endorses sex trafficking, and they have the capability to remain undetected by traveling under the water if they so chose. And the real icing on the cake, guys, is one of the founding sponsors of the International Center for Missing and Exploited Children is Richard Branson, the guy that endorsed Ghislane Maxwell's Terramar Project and hosted a sex cult party on his island.
That's a lot, guys. There's just a lot of bullshit out there. There's just a lot going on. This is the year of revelation, though. That much I can tell you.
That I'm angry, I'm disgusted to be denied your innocence, denied your justice, and then to have your healing taken away from you without any consent. It really feels
Well, it just does not stop with Mr. Epstein. You mean to tell me one of his victims who testified against Ghislane has died and nobody knew, nobody talked about it, nobody said anything? It turns out the victim, Caroline Andriano, was found in West Palm Beach in a hotel room due to an overdose. But hold that thought. In 2017, Leigh Patrick was also a victim of Epstein, and she was found in a hotel in West Palm Beach due to an overdose. You can't make this up. And you know what's really weird about this? They said that she passed away in May, but they're just now announcing it. So what was the delay for? Now, speaking of his accomplice Ghislane, let's do a quick deep dive on her too. Did you know that she owned a company called Terramar, which focused its efforts on ocean exploration? Why would you do that? Well, that's because they wanted to focus on 64% of the ocean that lies outside of any single country's jurisdiction. She wanted to create a global ocean community. Now, being that you want to be outside of any single country's jurisdiction, you could just make up the rules as you go. Now, some say allegedly he had a submarine entrance to his island and Ghislane had a submarine license. which would be perfect for Terra Mar. But what do you guys think about all this? Comment below, let me know. Oh, well.
Gick, who is on set to give us.
All right, that's everything. I think the question that I want to ask, and yes, Noah, submarine, like these rich people are doing some weird shit, and they're leaving the rest of the world behind, and that includes making sure your roofs are blue. So when they do this laser thing from the sky that's authorized, rich homes would not get affected. I don't even want to talk about it because like there's some weird shit going down. Yeah. So we're going to make it very easy on ourselves, right? Of course, you know, I'd love to look into 1,000 things, Epstein, Clinton, Trump, you know, the testimonies. I'd love to look into that, but all of that is going to take time anyways. But for right now, I'm wondering if moving Ghislane to a minimum non-videoed prison, is that in itself a setup? Is she more of a problem? And could something accidentally happen? Which, didn't I do a reading to say, like, girl, you in danger? Do you guys remember if I said that in a previous Ghislane Maxwell? That was before she moved, and now she moved, and I'm like, do I still want to say, girl, you in danger? Because you might have gone to a luxury prison. But one thing about these Saduti prisoners that do what they call white collar crime, they don't want to be associated with you. Like, you're a pervert. I'm not calling you a pervert. I'm saying that's what the white collar criminals are calling you. They're like, we're better than you. Like, why are you here? And why are you putting a spotlight on us? Most people don't even know about this country club. Now the whole world knows? Are you kidding me? Most people don't even know how much freedom the country club gets. And now everybody knows our name? Where everybody knows your name. Norm. And they're always glad you came. They're not glad that you're there. And they had to come and lower all the windows shades as she was coming in. Because what? Are you being set up? What criminal is there, unknown, somebody that you would not know, that would be willing to ice her, and then they walk? They're criminals. I don't care if it is a white collar criminal. Most of these criminals kill people, maybe not literally with a gun or a knife, but they killed them financially. You know how many old people died because of Madoff? Is Madoff still living? Or did they kill him in jail too? Oh, this stuff. You know, when you use my hair oil, your hair grows. Well, guess what grows with it? Your damn kitchen. Do you all know what a kitchen is? What grows with the hair oil is not just your hair. Your kitchen grows. And if y'all know kitchens are annoying, always has been. There's just one There it is. Hopefully I took care of it. Yeah. I think I did. Ooh. It's one piece of hair that's like hanging on to the wrong end. Oh, child. Okay. Someone said she's upset because they called her a PDF file in there. Okay. The lies? Where are the lies, Ghislane? Where are the lies? There's no PDF people in there. So now you're putting us on blast because we do have a good time in here. You know, we got a lot of freedom. Like, we're all friends. And your nasty ass comes in here, PDFing all that information, letting people know that we're in Texas even. Like, what are you doing? Oh, she's definitely a handler. There was one where I think it was Ivanka. Was it Ivanka? Because I've been looking at all of this stuff. That said, Ivanka is, you know, Trump's wife, the one that also got pushed down the flight of stairs mysteriously just the day before the testimony. And you know Ivanka was going to vomit. She was going to tell some shit. But then she got unalived, and now she's sitting in a shallow grave in Bedminster, New Jersey, on the golf course of Trump's that he's now getting money and tax liens, tax evasion from calling a golf course a funeral plot land something. Anywho, I think it was Ivanka that was like, she would purposely pass high schools and jump out cars and give them her business card because she was soliciting young, beautiful girls. That's someone that's knee deep in an operation. That's someone that is a predator as much as Epstein. All right. Where Wellness says her money is from Robert Maxwell. Yes, they are very connected to high figures in predominantly Israel, the UK, Germany. Now, her daddy wound up working for the KGB? Undercover, like our version of the CIA. And I have that video somewhere. I just didn't want to play it because like three minutes long on Robert, her daddy. And ultimately, she is in that position where she has been doing undercover work pretty much like her daddy did. Now, back in the day during Prohibition, her daddy was doing cigarettes and alcohol and other products. But it's all that Prohibition stuff that made him rich. And because he could get in and out of different states and nobody would question him, that's how he became like a version of KGB or something, CIA or something in the country that he was in. Thank you. She was the very link. Oh, let me push this back. She was the very link for him to do this. That is the point. And England, the UK. I thought it said the UK. She was the very link. And yes, she knows it all. Thank you. Thank you, sweetie. All right. Is she in trouble being where she's at? Please call me for your own personal reading at 213. It's on the screen, 458-7408. It might be my birthday, but I'm still doing readings because it's your birthday too. It's Lion Gates Portal, and we're going to make it everybody's birthday. So call me for your personal reading today. All right. First card up. Is she safe? Because of this pregnancy, the pregnancy is of abundance, but she definitely wants to hide herself. So this is not necessarily working in her advantage. With the sun, I don't know if the sun is coming up or is it going down. I feel like she definitely moved there because she paid to move there, guys. She paid to move there. I know that Trump said he did not know anything. And I do believe that he did not know that a transfer was going to be made the day that it was made. But I do believe that money was exchanged for this to happen. And so I have to say, Trump knew. The question that was posed to him, which also might have been a planted question, is did you know that she was being transferred today or something like that? It was kind of very specific. And he goes, no, I didn't know at all. And it was an honest question because he did not know that day she was being transferred or that she had already been transferred. That he did not know, but she paid him. She paid him to get transferred, right? The money is hidden. How she paid him, it's okay. Maybe Tara Ma paid Trump. Didn't think about that, right? You think that woman is in there with no money? Oh, maybe that's why Tara Ma is coming up all of a sudden because there's a link there on why she's in that less security prison. You don't say. A woman is responsible. She's a jack of all trades. She does a lot, knows a lot, speaks with a lot. Everyone is very, very familiar with her. And it comes from familiar energy in terms of this transfer. All right. It comes because she is really, really friendly with someone. I mean, it could be Trump. I don't know. I'm not accusing him. But she got transferred because she never said anything bad in her deposition about Trump. All right. This is a new beginning. And look at this. We go from being pregnant and abundant, losing a lot of money for this transfer, hoping to cover up like, hey guys, I'm here, but like treat me well, to this is also a pregnancy card and living la vida loca. So one, she will be very, very fine in that jail based upon this card. For a while at least. Now I get a jail card or a prison card. So it could be any number of things. One, she could be more isolated, which means nobody will talk to her, which is a worse kind of prison, right? Or they could send her back. All right. But this contract to transfer this prison, for right now, it's airtight unless the government steps in and it gets changed. Okay, will do. So right now, the contract is a very loving contract, right? It's like, I really do care for you. I'm sorry you're going through this. This might be Trump. Let me see what I could do. It could take a couple of years, but look, here, I kept my promise. I'm doing everything that I can. Bingo, bango, magic. It is done. And then the Three of Swords. And I think, and I'm going to stick to it, I think bodily harm is coming to Ghislane. I think they're like, thank you for your money. We did everything we could. But you know what? This is a facility with no security cameras. And if you get hurt, there's no cameras. So I definitely think there is something coming to her. I think she is the missing link in testimony. I think even if she says, I would never, All the other women couldn't stay here. People like Virginia, they couldn't stay here. So to be honest with you, in their eyes, in this misogynistic community that you're in, you're a threat, Ghislane. You're a threat. And although you have proven to be loyal and to not speak up anything, the fact that you called in other people on the other side of Epstein, that you called out their name, and there are subpoenas out there for political people, it doesn't have to be the Republican Trump side. It could be somebody else, but you're in danger, girl, still. You are not safe. And I'm getting magic. So the way I see it, because this needs to be safe. This needs to, like, she can't just die, right? Because that is way too suspicious now. So the way that I see it is a form of black magic, which these type of people believe in black magic all the time. So rituals are being done right now. I think she's going to get sick. I think she's going to need an operation. And I think she's not going to make it. They did everything they could. She just couldn't make it. Thank you, Tiffany. I didn't see when you put that, but you're absolutely right. She is not safe at a Texas prison. Is not total security for her safety. She has shown that she's shown she can be turned, so she's never going to be trusted. I like her choice words in her speaking out. He never done anything in front of her. Oh, you heard that. You heard that. He never did anything in front of me. But everybody went behind closed doors. But you know whether or not he went behind closed doors with a minor because you put that minor in there. Yes, she's in danger. She knows it all. Yeah. Allegedly. So the way I see this, guys, that final outcome, not good. And I think faster than you all can even fathom. I think she's just going to get sick. I think that's the safest way to take her out medically. And this victory is not for Ghislane. This victory is for all the men, mostly men. Look at these cards. Look at these cards right here. This is a bad card because it tells me that she steps over herself, right? She should have never been asked to be switched. Deception. They're lying to her. Sure, we'll keep you safe. And there's some choices. They got options on how this is going to go down. No sympathy for her. The wardens of Texas, the red state, Ghislane Maxwell, you are not safe. Child. I believe it because I see it in the cards. She's going to get physically ill. Like they're going to feed her something or give her something that's going to make her physically ill. And they're going to be like, oh, she needs an emergency operation or it's a planned operation. And she just doesn't come out of it. If she does come out of it, she's going to come out of it long enough for them to have to go back in and do another operation. You are not safe. And by the way, you are not safe by way of women. Also, I think they're going to put something in your drink. Period. It doesn't matter what wealth you come from. Oh, let me show you guys. Why is this? Oh, because it's not big. It doesn't matter what wealth you come from. This is the Wheel of Fortune. This is her wealth. This is give me money to keep you safe. And this is when she recognizes, fuck, I am not safe. They're going to screw me over. Time is up, sweetie. Time is up. An order is going to be given unto you. And they need to make it very public, very similar to the way they made the Jeffrey Epstein. Hi, I didn't even see you come in. She is the star in this package. She's the star. At some point, she is going to be defensive. Somebody's going to have a conversation with her about what it is they actually need her to say. But interesting enough, she's not allowed to lie. That could be one of the conditions. If we find that you lie, then we're going to put you in the worst prison ever, right? Then you can't go back to the prison that you came from, which we know was a bad prison. We'll put you in something so worse, it's not even air conditioning. So she doesn't want to lie. That's why she has the choice words. Yep, she's going to get sick, guys. She's going to get sick. But it's a planned sickness by way of some black magic. Somebody's going to put something in her. I even think her doctor is going to be a female. And I keep getting water or a drink. All right. All right, guys, I'm done here. I'm done. There might be 3 episodes of her bout of this sickness, whatever this is. And most likely by the 3rd bout or 3rd operation, they're going to be like, her body couldn't take it. We did everything, blah, 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 blah. Ghislane, I don't know what they serve you there in this country club. I hope it's caviar. And if food is important to you, I love food. So if food is important to you, I just want you to eat your meal like it's the best meal you've ever had in your life. I want you to enjoy your meal. All right? Please enjoy your meal, and please know that your days are short. Now, I don't know what short looks like. It's definitely not going to be tomorrow, but I'm going to tell you right now. I'll tell you how short your days are. If Trump is out of there, from what I could tell in another reading, he's going to be out of there by February. If he's out of there, you can't stay. They don't need you because you're going to fuck up shit. So if he's out of there, you're out of there. So I don't know what you're going to do to pray to help him stay in office, because nobody wants him there, not even the MAGA people. All right. All right, everyone, call me for your own personal reading, 213-458-7408. Thank you for everyone for coming along, and thank you for asking about my birthday. It's my birthday. I'm 63 years old. Look at that. Destroyer. Oh my God. Upside down destroyer. They're going to obliviate this problem that they have. And you're a part of the problem. Intoxication with destructive power, destroying dreams and destroying potential. Oh my God. Because they sent him there because they sent her there because there's no cameras. That's why they sent her there. There's no cameras. Oh my God, Ghislane. A victory for Orange. Poison. Those female prisoners, they got daughters, right? Oh Lord, see how spirit never lies? See, y'all don't be trusting spirit. Y'all do. I'm just talking about those people over there, because spirit don't never lie. D-S-T. Okay, hold on. Destroyer. Shadow destroyer. Let me get this straight. Let me put this down. Okay, I'll leave that up. Let's clock it 1:38. Okay. Shadow destroyer becomes intoxicated with destructive power and can manifest as a dictator or a nation that destroys other nations, or as people who destroy each other and the environment. All right. Ghislane. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Vid Game Chicks. Look at you. I didn't know you were on. If you would like a reading with me, it's my birthday, but I'm not leaving for my birthday until tonight. So please come get a reading from me on my birthday, 213-458-7408. Oh, thank you, Teresa. Look at you. Happy birthday. Thank you, sweetie. What a nice picture. You never show your face. That's a nice picture. You are beautiful, Teresa. You be hiding that face of yours. Do not do that. All right, guys. Thank you, Vid Game Chicks. I really appreciate you. And I don't know what to tell you. Destroyer is a whole word. All right, just breathe. You know us black folks, what we doing? Drinking coffee. That's what we doing. We drinking coffee. So stay out of, you know what? The bulls, stay out of the bullseye and drink your coffee. This is not our problem. Are we good? Happy birthday to me. Love you guys. Bye.
In the heart of the city, there's a lady so divine, with a gift so rare. She can read between the lines, unlocking mysteries. She's the one we all admire. With a touch of magic, she sets our souls on fire. From psychic readings to rosemary oil so pure, her spirit shines bright. Of that I am sure. On TV, she graces the screen with grace. Her presence is a blessing in every time and place. Pop culture psychic, in tune with the stars. She sees beyond the veil, even beyond Mars. And when the night falls, Tracy after dark, her wisdom illuminates like a powerful spark. So if you seek guidance, look no further than her door. Tracy Brown live where wisdom does soar, through the realms of the unseen. turns to day. Tracy Brown lit the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong. From psychic readings to rosemary oil so pure, her spirit shines bright, of that I am sure. On TV, she graces the screen with grace. Her presence is a blessing in every time and place. Pop culture psychic, in tune with the stars. She sees beyond the veil, even beyond Mars. And when the night falls, Tracy after dark, her wisdom illuminates like a powerful spark. So if you seek guidance, look no further than her door. Tracy Brown live where wisdom does soar. Through the realms of the unseen, she'll light your way. With every word she speaks, darkness turns to day. Tracy Brown live the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong. Tracy Brown lived the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong.